Good morning students. Today I am going to talk about the storage provisioning. Okay, what is the storage provisioning? First, it is a process of assigning the storage, storage resources, that it may be a capacity or it may be a requirements or performance. Okay, these all are based on the our host. And it is also can be implemented in two ways. That is, one is traditional storage provisioning, another one is like virtual storage provisioning. Okay, then in traditional storage provisioning, we will see different types of functions, that is logical unit, as well as the concatenate of meta logical unit. And then like different types of what is that stripped meta logical unit. Okay, these all are the our our logical unit functions. Okay, we will see what is the logical unit now. Okay. The logical unit, the available capacity of the RAID set, is partitioned into volume. Okay, this volume we are going to call it as the logical unit. The logical units are assigned to the host based on their storage requirements. Okay, for example, the logical unit number 0 as well as the logical unit number 1 are used by the host 1 and the host 2 for accessing the data. Okay, if you want to look at this diagram, okay, see here, like we have logical, see, this is what the host 1 and host 2. Okay, it is going to access the our logical unit logical unit number 0 and logical unit number 1. Okay, they are going to used by the host 1 and host 2 for accessing the data. For our logical unit, numbers are spread across all the disk. Okay, that belongs to the set, means that belongs to the data set. Okay, each logical unit is assigned a unique id, that unique id we call it as the logical unit number. What is the advantage of this logical unit? The advantage of logical unit, which is nothing but it is going to hide the it is going to hide the logical unit numbers as well as the organization or like composition of the data sets from the host. The use of logical unit numbers improves the disk utilization. Okay, then what is the second point? What is the logical unit expansion of the meta logical unit number? Means this will be comes under our logical unit unit. Okay, means how the metadata, it is going to happen at the logical unit number. The metadata logical unit number, it is a method to expand the logical unit that requires the additional capacity or performance. Okay, that can be created by the combining two or more logical units. Okay, this logical unit, it is going to consisting of two things. Okay, based on the base logical unit as well as the one or more component of the logical unit it is going to works on. Then after that, we have to use for one more thing, that is the concatenations of the meta logical unit. See, you look at this diagram, see, we are supposed to going to concatenate here. See, these two we are going to concatenate, means whatever we are having the logical unit number data, okay, that we are going to concatenate, means we are going to swapping from that particular physical disk. See, then what is the concatenated here? The expansion of data additional capacity of the base logical unit, okay, as well as the component of the logical units need not have the same capacity at the base logical unit. All the logical unit number must be either protected, protected has the parity level as well as the mirrored level. Okay, if even though unprotected, okay, that should be a like stripped level also. Okay, we have to use, means we are we are using all three levels. Okay, for this logical unit numbers to protect our data. Then what is the stripped meta logical unit? The expansion of restrips the data across the base logical unit number, okay, as well as the component of the logical unit number. All the logical unit number must have the same capacity and same rate level. So this is what the stripped meta logical unit number. Then what is the major advantage of our traditional storage provision means, okay, which is nothing but it is going to suitable for all the applications, okay, which is required for the predictable performance, and it is also provide the full control for the precise data placement also. And then third one is allow the admins to create the different types of logical units on the different RAID disk, or it may be a group of RAID disk, okay. If there is any workload connections contention is there, we have to distribute it equally. So this is what the complete information about our traditional storage provisioning, okay. See, I told, right, the traditional storage provisioning, okay, it is going to works on basically logical unit number, okay. That logical unit number, okay, it is contained again two, that is base logical unit as well as one or more component logical unit, okay. Based on that, okay, it is going to like storing the data into the metadata base, as well as it is going to concatenate the all the data into all the data into one device to another, means it is going to merging the data from disk, okay, that it is going to stored in the store database. So this is what the storage traditional storage provisioning. The next one is we are going to talk about the virtual storage provisioning. Then what is the virtual storage provisioning? The virtual provisioning uses the virtualization technology for providing the storage for applications. Then second point is the logical units created using virtual provisioning is called the thin logical unit number to distinguish from the traditional logical unit number. You look at this diagram, see here we have the thin logical unit number, okay. See, it is going to distinguishing between the our traditional logical unit number, okay. Here we have to created the many number of our thin logical unit number. Then a host need not to be completely allocated a storage within the thin logical unit number is created. Then also the storage is allocated to the host on demand from a shared pool, okay. Then third one is a shared pool refers to a group of disk, okay, group of disk which is nothing but a group of disk, okay, which is nothing but, okay, it may be a homogeneous disk or it may be a heterogeneous disk, okay, that everything it is going to contain our shared pool data, okay. What is the advantages of our virtual storage provisioning is, okay, it is going to suitable for applications, okay, where space consumption is difficult to forecasting, and also it is going to improve the utilizations of storage space. So this is what the complete information about our virtual storage provisioning. Then next one is next one is what is the intelligent storage system? Yes, this is the very important of this, okay. We have the intelligent storage system implementation, okay. Before that, we have two types of intelligent storage intelligent system, that is high end storage system as well as the mid range storage system. So we will discuss one by one into the next video, okay, how it is work and what and all we supposed to carry out the function, okay. And we will learn about the working process of that mid range storage as well as the high range storage, okay. Thank you.